All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and in the building. We are the Real Two Sports Podcast, and welcome to the Tuesday Night Delight. Sports to talk about, man. Today, we're going to talk a little bit of basketball today, a little bit of NBA. The hottest news going on in NBA, man. The podcast panel is going to break it all down for you. Also the podcast panel, they are tuned up. They're tuned up, man. They're ready to give you one hell of a show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Street.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite podcast in all of YouTube?
Real the Sports Podcast, man.
You better know it, baby. Let's go. All right, man. All right. Thank you so very much for being here with us on this Tuesday night, wherever in the world you are right now. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up before you guys forget, man. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, man. And we hope you had a good and safe Father's Day. Again, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Go follow us on Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter at Real to Sports. And go to our Facebook. Go to Facebook and join our sports group on Facebook. It is called the Real to Sports Group. And you might want to go ahead and join soon so you can be part of our NFL Fantasy League, man. And that is ran by our very own President Young Mark. Now, please allow me to introduce you to the nation of domination of the YouTube sports community. They are the very talented Real 2 Sports Group. Down in the Bayou representing the 504. Black and gold.
Yeah, what it do?
Black and gold, the Dome Patrol.
Yeah, man.
the Dome Patrol.
The one and only, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Only. Come on, man. Hey.
We represent who that.
Dude, you know I got to bust it one time for him.
No doubt, baby. 504.
What it do? What's up?
One-time Super Bowl champion, undefeated in the Super Bowl. Got to put that in there. Undefeated.
How we roll. Never lost.
Yes, sir. The New Orleans Saints is in the building. The flyest man in the land is GC.
Hey man, I try, I try to do a little something, Try
to
do a little bit.
Nolan's in the building. Nolan. Representing the Bird Gang. The Birds. The Bird Gang. The Bird is the word. They are the one-time Super Bowl champion, and they are the defending NFC champions. They are the Philadelphia Eagles. And it is Philadelphia's son himself wearing Alabama crimson tie, baby. No doubt. It's Philly Gizo.
The damn Alabama son. All right.
Alabama, baby. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. He's back, man, representing America's team. the 5-time Super Bowl champion, the dominant team of the 90s. They are the Dallas Cowboys. We them boys. Do not cross the street. Do not cross it, man. He is back on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Wall Street is in the building.
Yes, host. It feels good to be back. And for all my Cowboy fans out there, I know it's just a little lull in the season right now, but just hold tight. We're about to get back on things. On that Super Bowl run, baby. On that Super Bowl
Let's go,
run.
baby. There you go. Let's go, baby. Y'all don't attack him yet now.
Hey, host, I don't cut you off. You know how people be talking, and all you could hear is wah wah wah. He's a Super Bowl, and I lost it after that. I was like, I don't know what he's talking about now. It's kind of irrelevant down there in Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, damn, boy. Oh man.
That's my guy, Street, man.
Oh man. The man with all the rings. The man, he has all the rings on the show. The Steel City. Those terrible towels. The man represents the 6-time Super Bowl champion, the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is an HBCU expert.
Five
Deuce.
Super Bowls is cute. That was 2006, man. Gee.
He is cute.
That was cute.
I like that shirt, bro. I'm gonna do some mini shirts.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's that throwback right there, boy.
I'll switch it up.
That when I was a kid, right there, boy.
Yeah,
The skies rumble and the earth shake.
That was a warrior and macho.
yeah, bro.
Who that Ultimate Warrior?
That's what's up, baby.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Let's go, baby.
Hey, my dresser from the same WrestleMania, man.
Oh yeah. Back in the day, right there, boy. Oh, I'm sorry. The president. He's the president of the Real The Sports Group. He's part of the Silver and Black, the Autumn Wind, the Raider Nation, 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders. He's Oklahoma State's alumni. He's one of the biggest Charlotte Hornet fans I've ever seen.
Bobcat.
He is the Cal Ripken of the Real The Sports Podcast. The very faithful. It's Mr. Young Mark.
Hey, what's going on, host? Happy to be here. But I got a question for you, though. You said this is the nation of domination. I'm trying to figure out who's Farouk and who's The Rock.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I'm going to let y'all figure that out amongst yourselves.
Hey, as long as I ain't Farouk, I'm good.
I hear you, bro. Wait a minute. Farouk was the president.
And Farouk got kicked out unceremoniously, too.
Oh, that's true. Damn.
Well, Mark will be Mark by default because of his name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
Okay. All right, we'll
All
put
day.
Deuce as The Rock. He light skinned.
I'll take it.
We'll put Street as Farouk.
I always wanted to be a heel manager, you know what I mean? To hit across the head with the bullhorn like that.
Clarence Mason. Clarence Mason was the manager.
Yeah, there you go. I'll be over there. I'll be at over 30.
Bro, you being a Cowboys fan, you gonna attract heat like ain't no other, so you ain't gotta worry about getting your bag out.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. Go to the live chat real. Oh man, I'm sorry. Go to the live chat here real quick. Rod Will's in the bill.
What up, Rob?
What's up? What up, Rod Will?
My guy.
Robert.
Q-Dog.
What's going on, Q?
Q-Dog.
You all don't show up on no other Tuesdays. Now you get 2 championships. Won't come up in the face. What's up, Q-Dog?
He pulling a Roman. He ain't gotta be on the show.
Y'all collecting them. He
My
collecting
dog said
bones.
today I got time.
Marlene Williams.
There you go.
Is that Mama Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's my
Nobody
dude.
has to camouflage. We have to go to war with these boys. So you know, they coming at my Cowboys.
Mama Mark a Cowboys fan?
Yes, sir.
Mark.
Yes, sir.
man.
Mark.
She's a cowboy.
She's a good lady. Good lady.
I'm a Cowboy fan too, Mark.
I ain't
Hey,
never
some
been
of the-
so hurt.
All these
Hey, some
smart
of the
parents
best,
out
some
here.
of the best men in the history of mankind were raised by women who were Cowboy fans. So
Hold
ain't
on.
that right, Deuce? Ain't that right, Deuce?
Man, y'all,
That's a fact. I agree 100%.
I gotta agree
Hey,
with you.
my mom's a cowboy fan too.
My
My
bro.
mom a Cowboy fan too. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom a cowboy fan
hey,
too.
so look, I'm
Back in the
gonna
day.
agree. I'm gonna agree. But I'm raised by my mom is a Saints fan, you know, thick and
Right.
thin. You know what I'm saying?
Mom would
So
never be a Cowboys fan, but she liked Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith back in the day.
I always love Michael Irvin.
Yeah, my mom, she was a Tony Dorsett fan.
Yeah.
Tony Dorsett.
That's
I was
right.
a Tony Dorsett. I liked the Tony Dorsett.
Yeah.
He's only good for that one move. That was it. That was it.
You get to that sideline, he out.
Out of
Go.
there.
But it
Go.
worked.
Yeah, he got he was gone, boy.
I don't see how y'all escape being Cowboy fans. How y'all? I mean,
I was raised in Philly.
Nah, bro. But
I ain't
Bo
no
Jackson
choice.
for me, bro.
Bo Jackson.
Bo
My
Jackson,
mom's a
boy.
Saints fan. I had to find out for myself.
So
Yeah,
kind of like
Bo
and you
Jackson.
chose wrong. That's
If
crazy.
it wasn't for Bo, I'd probably be a 49er fan because I was a big Jerry Rice. I was a big Jerry Rice guy. Oh man,
I would've
every
been a
kid on the block wanted to be Jerry Rice.
Yeah, I lost a couple of my sisters to Jerry Rice in the 49ers.
Yeah,
They-
man, everybody want to be Jerry Rice.
I probably would have been a Rams fan because I liked Torrey Holt and them boys.
Greatest show.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Greatest show.
Yeah,
Plus,
it was
like-
supposed to be in Minnesota.
Rockstar Rock, what up with you?
What
I
up,
grew
Rob?
up during the Aaron Brooks era too. I wasn't cheering for that.
Yeah, right.
Aaron Brooks. We had Aaron Brooks.
That's
For
who was the
minute.
quarterback when I was growing up.
Ugh. Yeah, we had him too. He stunk.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for
there she
Deuce
go.
McAllister,
Nah.
they really wouldn't have had nothing.
Brooks, you got over your loss. She coming at you.
I'm not
What's
over
going
it.
on, Miss Jones?
I heard about
I'm
that
not
loss
over it at all.
grapevine, Deuce.
I'm not over it.
Roxy, I was raised by Cowboys fans, mother love, and since kindergarten.
There you go. I mean, all these great parents, man. I don't know
I
how
was
the
a big
kids
Michael
get led
Irvin fan
astray.
growing up.
How the children lead, you know, they
Playmaker.
say you don't go too far from your roots. You know what I'm saying?
Raised in the DMV, but always a Cowboys fan.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, so she was you was in Redskin country.
You in, boy, I tell you.
How would you be
He's up
surprised?
there. He's up there with them hogs, boy. Hey, them hogs.
Bro, you'd be
was no joke.
surprised.
Boy, them
You'd be
hogs.
surprised.
For the rest of my family.
Street. You know how them hogs was, boy. Them hog
No,
fans.
I mean, she had to stand strong to be up there in that country and still be a Cowboy fan, man. But
You
a lot of
No,
Cowboy
Wall
fans.
Street. She had to
Yeah.
be strong to survive her family. My mom is literally one of only like 5 people on her whole side of the family that isn't a Washington fan, bro.
Oh.
So you already know it's a war zone up there during football season.
You wear a star.
Smart.
You wear a
Look.
star up there, boy. You in trouble.
Y'all family ain't the only family. I got a good 95% Eagles fans, and that 5% is a good Dallas fans.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You wear that.
they're
bro.
not
You
coming
in
to the
trouble.
family cookouts at all. during football.
Hey man, I remember the Redskin fan. You put them hog masks on.
Yes.
Ooh,
Or that
boy.
one dude in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I remember as a kid, man, our Redskin game was always muddy. It was just a muddy game every single time, bro. And them hogs started coming out. I said, God damn, boy. Dallas and Washington, World War III, bro. I can say World War III back in the day. World War III.
Yes.
All right, man. Everybody in the live, it's good in the live chat, man. That's what's going on. We got Mama Williams up in the Mama Williams. We got Mrs. Foley's baby boy right here on the show. He's so cute. He's so cute. I was not mentioning with you, Mr. President. Speaking of Mr. President, we got a very, very special on the mark segment coming up for you. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax as Mr. President take you to On the Mark with Young Mark.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
Oh man, appreciate that, host. That intro gets me every time. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to On the Mark. And as you saw in the intro there, we're going to take the show back to its roots and go back to covering college football. I don't know if you heard, but before the NFL season starts, for many people, including myself and GC and Deuce and Philly G, football season starts when the college football teams lace them up. And today we're going to cover the recently released 2024 SEC football schedule. For those of you who don't know, the SEC, the Southeastern Conference, is basically NFL Junior. Pretty much it's like going through an NFL regular season playing in that conference. So we're going to break down some of the upcoming games. One of the first games on the schedule that really caught my attention because tradition and the pageantry of college football has become a lost art in the age of conference realignment and teams joining new conferences and whatnot. But thankfully, the SEC is holding on to that tradition and bringing back one of college football's best rivalries. For the first time since 2011, we're going to get the University of Texas going to College Station to play Texas A&M. This will be their first time in 12 years that they played. They played each other well over 100 times. It's one of the oldest rivalries in the state of Texas. So definitely going to be great to see that one coming back. Next up, another game that really caught my attention. All right, I can hear Philly G now saying, I ain't worried, I ain't scared. For only the fifth time in the past 20 years, we got Georgia versus Alabama yet again. This is only the fifth time in the last 20 regular seasons that these two teams are going to meet. And Georgia is going down to, what is it called, Philly G? Bryant-Denny Stadium or something like that?
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah, that place down in Tuscaloosa that Nick Saban built.
Eddie Smith. Eddie Smith, you my boy. I know you probably watching on Facebook. You're a Bulldog. It's going down, son. I'm telling you.
Roll
down.
Yeah, Georgia's got to go down to Alabama in Tuscaloosa to take on the Crimson Tide. So that's definitely going to be one hell of a game. Looking at some of the other schedules, I'm going to go down through some of our favorite teams here. And I got to start with my favorite SEC school. Just so it happens to be a team that's anti-Florida State and anti-Alabama, so they all right with me. So that's the Florida Gators. Shout out to my boy Deuce. So Florida's upcoming schedule in 2024 is real interesting because when I was doing my research for this, I saw that in 2024, University of Florida is playing all FBS teams that are within their state. They got the University of Central Florida. They got Florida State. They got the University of Miami. So it's gonna be some recruiting battles that is gonna be won and lost for Florida in that 2024 season. So
that's big.
It's gonna be real interesting. Some notable games on their schedule. They got a home game against LSU. Their old friends Kentucky are coming to town, and they also have Jimbo Fisher coming back to the state of Florida. He's got to go to Gainesville to take on the Gators in 2024. And on the road, Florida's got to go to Tennessee, to Texas, which really should be a good one, and to Mississippi State. And I also noticed, Deuce, looking at y'all's schedule here, what y'all gonna do at Florida State, man? I need y'all to open up a can of whoop ass on T-Rock and his Florida State Seminoles. Can y'all do that for me?
Oh yeah, we usually own the state of Florida, you know.
And my boy GT, and my boy, I'm telling you, boy, that boy there is a Seminole, boy. I'm trying to tell you. Hey,
Looks like we gotta win this past season, man. Stop it.
Hey, Perry, Florida in the building. That's my dude, man. That's my dude right there, man.
Deuce, looking at your team's schedule, are there any games on Florida's schedule to stand out to you? Are you worried about 2024? How you feeling?
Nah, man. I mean, we go do what we got to do. We got a 5-star coming in at quarterback, coming in 2024, DJ Lagway. So I'm excited about that. I'm ready to go to Austin, Texas, bro. I want to see how we play against them, man. They usually get up when SEC schools play. So, but I'm not worried about you, T-Rock.
my boy GT, bro. I'm telling you, that dude.
The last time we played all the schools, we swept everybody in the state.
That dude bleeds Florida State, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Getting out of the state of Florida. Appreciate that, Deuce. Good luck to y'all in 2024. I hope y'all do really well. I got to go to one of the teams that honestly right now it's a tie for the team I hate the most in the SEC. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to the one I've hated the longest first. The Boomer Losers of the University of Oklahoma. They got some interesting games coming up on their first round in the SEC. They have honestly the toughest schedule in the conference, and I hope every team on their schedule, except for that one, gives them hell. OU, man, they got to go to Auburn. They got to go to LSU. They got to go take on their old friends, Missouri, and they got to take a trip to Ole Miss. Ain't looking too good for them on the road this year. But on the bright side, their toughest opponent. All right, I'm going to go and get this out the way. I normally have a lot to say when it comes to sports, especially football. But this one game has me speechless because I really don't know who to root for or who I want to win. OU is going to welcome the University of Alabama to Norman. They play a home game against the Crimson Tide in 2024. I have no words, man. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Philly G, are you excited to see your team take on OU?
Yeah, man.
Hey, ask G that. G Crimson Tide too.
GC, what you got, man? How you feel about them going up against OU, Boomer Loser?
I mean, I remember a time where Oklahoma beat us in the bowl game, and I was kind of upset. And I ain't never let that go. So I hope Nick didn't forget either. And we put up like 70. What I'm saying?
Well,
look, GC said it for me, but I think we hang up 80 if we think about that.
Trevor Knight ain't played for OU, and I don't know how long.
Listen, man. I don't care.
Why is Papa
we don't care. Like, how I feel about it, though, I feel good. I always feel good every year. Always feel good. Worst seasons that we had were 10-2. We all right.
No. I will say this though. I get it's like they're welcome to the SEC. But I feel like they should have to come to us. It's like
yes.
We own SEC basically. I mean us in Georgia, I guess. Because I know I'm gonna get some feedback for saying we own SEC or whatever. But I mean, they should come to us. It's their intro.
Yeah, I agree with you too. They should come to Tuscaloosa, and I was saying that before too. Looking at the schedule, why are we going to Oklahoma? We should be playing at home in Tuscaloosa at Bryant-Denny Stadium, 102,000 strong, Crimson Red.
Well, I have to give credit where credit is due. One of the reasons why I've always hated Alabama is because they were one of the few schools in the country that never did a true non-conference road game, and I'm happy to see that they're changing course and starting to do that more. So them going to OU is going to be a battle, and I look forward to it. I don't know who I'm going to root for because I hate both of their guts, but we're going to see. But Tim, I have a question for the host. The host is an Alabama native. Host, what's the weather like normally down there in Alabama?
Oh, very not very hot, but humid, like real humid.
Real humid. Mm-hmm. So, word of advice to all the Alabama fans on the show who are on the podcast panel and listening at home, y'all better hope and pray, word of Carrying Cross, that y'all game against OU is before the month of October or before Halloween. If y'all have to go in the Norman in middle October or later, bring your heavy jackets, bring all the layers you can. It's going to be cold. The wind chill in the state of Oklahoma is no joke. And once it hit mid-October on down, boy, you might as well be playing in Antarctica. It's going to be freezing, bone-chilling cold. So I hope y'all, Texas and Florida and Georgia boys.
Ain't this mountains, Mark? Ain't this in the
No,
mountains?
it's flat land. The wind doesn't stop blowing. There's nothing to break it. So once the wind gusts get going, it's gonna last like a minute or two. So, like I said, when that wind get going, it's gonna be cold. So bring your hand warmers and everything you need to stay hot because you're gonna need it.
I'm gonna let you know, Mark. That sounds like our type of game because we get to run the ball all day now. So I mean, it sounds like what we want to do. We got Tommy Reese, bro. You know what's about to happen. Two tight ends, run the ball.
And we got Milroe. We got Milroe back there too.
Let's go.
Come on.
Hey, one thing I will say before we move on to the one that everybody's waiting for. I have beef with Oklahoma's schedule because how come y'all can find it in y'all schedule to play a trash team like Temple or a respectable team like Tulane, but you have no room in your schedule for your biggest rival, the Oklahoma State University? This is a tragedy, man. Get Bedlam back on the schedule. We should be kicking Oklahoma's butt on a regular basis. All right, now to the schedule that everybody's been waiting for, the 2024 SEC schedule of the daggum Crimson Tide of Alabama. Oh boy, here we go. I got to admit, Alabama dodged a bullet with their schedule, and I say this with absolutely no shade. But week 2, you guys have a road game. You have to go to Madison, Wisconsin, to take on the University of Wisconsin. And thank God that game is week 2, because if it was any later in the season, y'all would be in trouble. I don't think Nick Saban and them boys can get y'all prepared for that kind of cold, bro. I don't see it. But looking at Alabama's SEC schedule, they have to go to LSU, to Oklahoma, to Tennessee, and they get a cupcake game against Vanderbilt. So go ahead and chalk that up to the win column for them.
So crazy.
And they got the Iron Bowl at home against Auburn. They got Georgia coming to town. Somehow, some way, Alabama always find a way to put cupcake games in their daggone schedule, and I hate it. They got a home game against Missouri. Go ahead and get them a win in that one. And they got Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, I was about to say, pump your brakes on that.
Missouri is hot garbage.
Missouri's building.
Hold on, cut the malarkey here.
Yeah, Missouri's building, bro. Cut that out.
Missouri was so trash. Missouri is so trash. They were the doormat of the Big 12, sir.
Yeah. They've always been trash. Anyway, but
we talking about
now. Georgia. They are the back-to-back defending champions.
Yeah,
y'all got them at home.
Yeah, and then
that don't mean nothing.
Auburn, as sorry as they are, they always play us good in the Iron Bowl for some reason. But we always beat the brakes of them. So, but they really play good though. For real talk. I can't stand Auburn, but they really bring it in that. After that is garbage, but I don't think it's cupcake. I mean,
we got to eke out a win tonight.
I didn't say Auburn and Georgia were cupcakes at all. Vanderbilt and Missouri. No. Auburn and Georgia ain't no cupcake. Those are dog fights. No pun intended. I'm talking about Vanderbilt and Missouri. Those are cupcake games for y'all.
Vandy, maybe. Not our Vandy is definitely a cupcake.
Signed up for what they couldn't handle.
Missouri's maybe.
I'm not gonna go in the zoo and fight the biggest gorilla.
I posted. I hear you.
Right.
I ain't worried about Rock.
Nah. This is the second
Alabama
time
and Florida State. We'd have been there.
But like,
been there and done that on Florida State.
You want to talk about schedules and complain about Bama, but nobody complains about Ohio State. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
There you go, bro. Like, come on.
Ohio State and Clemson play who? Nobody.
Who besides Penn State are they playing?
I feel you on Clemson. Because especially since Florida State been trash. Well, I mean, Florida State always been trash, but ever since they really became trash, Clemson's path to the ACC title game is
you good
so clear. They have no opponents. I mean, even when they had inconsistent quarterback play last year, they were still in the ACC championship. So I feel you on Clemson. Ohio State, I don't know because they play Maryland, and Maryland's my first love when it comes to college sports. So I can't knock them.
I just said.
Be honest with yourself, Mike. Maryland ain't never competing for a top 25 spot.
No, not at all.
Did you see Maryland versus Ohio State last year when Tua's little brother was dueling with your boy that just went number 2 overall in the draft?
It was cute.
I didn't. You want to know why I didn't watch it?
That showed fight.
Because Ohio State was going to win. No.
Ohio State barely won that game, bro.
no matter the duel, Ohio State is going to win. But they're just better at the end of the day.
Hey, I mean,
the best game is against Penn State.
I can't disagree. But to close things out, though, Alabama's last home game on the schedule looks like it's going to be against South Carolina. So, like I agree with T-Rock. Y'all got it looks on paper like y'all got the softest schedule out of everybody else in the SEC, but we're going to see how it plays out. But hey,
South Carolina is a toss-up. I didn't mean to cut you off, Mark, but South Carolina.
They're respectable.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for y'all to come to Boone Pickens Stadium in a couple of years, but we're gonna get to that another time. That's been On the Mark. Host, back to you.
That was a good one. That was a good one right there.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
I like this schedule. I know we're done with it, but I like it.
We are the nation of domination. By any means necessary. We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that, man. We ain't worried about y'all. But we do appreciate Young Mark, man, bringing another segment of On the Mark, putting that research and putting that work in, bringing us the college football schedule and the news, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. All right, man, let's jump into some NBA. Let's get this thing going here. Let's go. What's on with my videos here? All right, man. NBA. Let's jump into some NBA here. NBA. Man. Long time. 17-year NBA veteran Lou Williams. Sweet Lou announces his retirement, man. The all-time leader in bench scoring and 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last played with Atlanta during the 2021 and 22 season. Lou Williams announced his retirement from the NBA on Sunday, ending a career after winning the league's Sixth-Man award 3 times and scoring more points off the bench than anyone in history. Williams played for 6 teams: Philadelphia, Toronto, the Lakers, Houston, the Clippers, and the Hawks. He last played in the 2021 season with the Hawks. Out of 1,123 regular season games, played over 17 seasons. Williams came off the bench in 1001. And he scored 13,396 points off the bench, which is 2,117 more than Jamal Crawford and 2,249 more than Dale Curry. Williams and Crawford are the only 3-time recipients of the Sixth-Man award. I got you, bro. Of the award. Williams was the 45th pick in the 2005 NBA draft. Out of 60 players taken that year, only Chris Paul scored more points in the NBA than Williams, who went straight to the league out of high school. He scored a career-high 50 points against the Warriors in 2018. He finished his career with 15,593 points, and he is 131st in points in NBA history. Streets, welcome back, Streets. Welcome back, Streets. Lou, man, old Sweet Lou, 17 years. He did what he could, and he's out of here. Sweet Lou. Any memories of Sweet Lou on the court?
Yeah, man, he's a solid ball player. You know, he got buckets. To me, I just never understood why he could never crack a starting lineup. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just never understood. Maybe, you know, he wasn't a point guard and wasn't big enough to be a 2 guard either. So maybe that was a reason why. But I always liked this game. But I always thought he could be a starter. I always thought he could be a starter in the league too. But solid career, 14 points a game, 40% shooter from the field. I see he only shot 35% from 3. But that really wasn't, you know, his game. He can get to that mid-range game. He can break you down. I like this game. I really like this game. I don't know who game I like best between him and Crawford. They sort of did the same thing. But I'll probably give the edge to Lou. I probably like Lou game just a little bit more than Crawford. But solid career, man. You know, moved around, journeyman. little bit of a journeyman, but put up numbers wherever he landed. So I think he can
true.
look. I didn't know he played 17 years though. But,
17 years.
That was a long time, but he did come straight out of high school. So
yeah, Southwest Atlanta.
Yeah, played around some great. Started out with AI there in Philly, but put up some good numbers.
Yeah, no doubt. GC.
Well, no, that's Lemon Pepper Lou, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he was with the Clippers in my brain for the most part. But I mean, we talk about like solid players, and he's like got to be on the list for sure. Should he have been a starter? I would say yeah. But sometimes things ain't for everybody.
True.
It just happens that way.
True. But I definitely agree.
I'm gonna miss him for sure.
Yeah, for real, man. Sweet Lou's one of man. You need that spark off the bench. That was Lou all day long. Philly G, you had this guy on your Philadelphia 76ers squad. Some memories of old Sweet Lou, man, that you remember.
There's a couple, but I'm not going to go into that because it's too many. But I'm gonna just cut straight to it. I'm happy for him. 3-time six man. That to me, like his numbers, Hall of Fame, maybe not first ballot, but you know what I'm trying to say here.
It should.
Going to Hall of Fame because it's got the most points at the 6-man position.
Yeah.
You know that's history. Whether you look at it like that or not, that's history.
Ain't no.
Huh?
Hall of Fame, you say?
Hall of Fame, not first ballot, obviously, but Hall of Fame.
I don't know.
He should be mentioned. He should be mentioned.
I'm just saying.
You got to make points off the bench.
Think about Lou. Do you think Hall of Fame really? You know what I mean? He generated a lot of points from playing for a lot of years, but career 13.9% score. I don't know those Hall of Fame numbers, man. Never won a title. I don't even know if he ever played in the conference finals.
No. Not with none of these teams.
I don't know. That might be a stretch, man. But NBA, they let everybody in the damn Hall of Fame.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, I stick by what I said, Street, even after.
He moving, bro.
But yeah, I think at some point let him in. But yeah, Lou, if you're watching, happy for you, love you, man. Thank you for all those years that you gave us.
Sex sauce. Yeah, you had him for a good minute. You got drafted by the Sixers, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure did. The Deuce.
That was a young boy.
Yeah, man. Similar to GC, I remember him as a Clipper during those Lob City days. Him and Blake, and we know how that ended. But he gave us a lot of moments on the court. I think the most infamous moment I remember him is his whole situation in the bubble with the lemon pepper blue wings and the whole But I mean, he's an Atlanta legend. What you expect? If an institution like that had wings named after you, you go get them too. We appreciate everything he did for the game, bro. Another OG that we grew up watching and grew to love. Guy like him and Jamal, him and those two names we always hear next to each other. So just another OG that we getting to watch right off into the sunset.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mr. President.
Oh man, this news caught me by surprise when it came across my phone the other day. You kind of had this image in your head that no athlete plays forever, but if anybody comes close, it's an NBA player. We expect them to play for 20 years, just like Dirk and Kobe did. But hats off to him, one hell of a career. I remember when he was playing in Atlanta, it was big time coverage of it around here when he broke my man Del Curry, the original Curry, when he broke his record for the most games coming off the bench. I remember when he broke that in I believe it was like February 2022, I think. It was big coverage. So yeah, happy for him. I think I don't know about Hall of Fame, to be real. Just because I don't know if you put somebody in the Hall of Fame that was predominantly on the bench. But one thing I would say, and I would hope Commissioner Silver will look into it possibly, I would maybe consider renaming the Sixth Man of the Year award after him.
Yeah.
Since he did accomplish so much, coming off of the bench. And truth be told, every team in the NBA needs a Lou Williams. You need somebody that can get you some points and get you some buckets coming off the bench when your starters need a breather. So I would possibly name the Sixth Man of the Year after him.
Jeez. And that was 2019 when he passed Derrick Curry's record. But wow, that's a good idea. Name it. Well, I mean, but it's kind of disrespect to Jamal Crawford who did it first.
I would give it to Jamal Crawford.
You give it to Mondo before you give it to him. You give it to Ginobili.
Man, get out of here with Ginobili. I can't stand that dude. The reason why.
No. It should be Kevin McHale because Kevin McHale was the second. He was the
Mondo
second.
won championships though.
No, I think you should give it because he won. He was the first one to win it consecutive. Kevin McHale.
Yeah,
I vote for Lou because he's got a killer last name, number one, and then number two, most importantly, he got all the stats for coming off the bench. You know what I mean? Most games played, most points
except
scored.
for the one that means the most championships.
I'm not saying
hey, Street. We all know, man. Some of the all-time greats that have ever played the game of basketball never won that title. So
exactly.
Yeah.
But
AI
6 men though. You know what I mean?
It'll be.
You're gonna name an award after him. Come on.
I'm not saying name an award after him, but what about my boy Big Shot Bob? I'm just saying.
Seven rings.
Throw that name.
Yeah. 7 rings.
Also undefeated in the final.
He never Man of the Year award. He never even won the award.
Yeah,
I
said we ain't naming after him, but I just want to throw that.
I don't know about Hall of Fame either, but I mean, you got to do something for him because I mean, 6 man is a very important award. 6 man, that's very important. I think that shouldn't be something that's be swept away like that. That's a big accomplishment. This kid came out of high school and he was like a celebrity in Atlanta. He went to South Gwinnett High. I mean, they should. I mean, I wouldn't say, put him there. I wouldn't say that either. But I mean, they got to do something for him.
Yeah, but he didn't. You have some 6 men that they 6 men, but they play starter minutes. You know what I mean? Like Manu was a 6 man, but he played starter minutes. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't start.
What guy come off the bench and give you 34 points? What guy can do that in the NBA right now? Nobody.
I don't know.
I play her on 2K.
I don't know. Nobody right.
That's what I'm saying. Lou get you, man. Lou can shoot, man.
His best year was with the Clippers, though. He averaged 22 points against when he played Clippers. That was his best year. But he can get hot, like the microwave back in the day. You know what I mean?
Come out there you go. Yeah,
and get hot like
Dennis Johnson.
Yeah.
He just like the microwave. But Lou can get hot, man. I miss the crowd, the announcer every time he shoot, man. Lou. I love that, man. I love that. Like I said, Lou Williams back in Atlanta, man, is a super celebrity. Him and Dwight Howard. Same school, and everything, yo. Dwight Howard came out a little later, but those 2 guys right there, super celebrities. But what a career, man! That's pretty impressive, being the all-time leader in points off the bench. I mean, it's something that is not in the spotlight, but it definitely should be recognized. It definitely should. I wouldn't say Hall of Fame either, but again, you got to do something for the guy. Why not call it a Lou Williams Award? But it's kind of Jamal Crawford did the same exact thing, but I think Lou scored more points than Jamal Crawford.
More points and more games. So that's why I took the scales in his favor.
Yeah, I feel you. Mm-hmm. And while we at the 6 man, Jamal Crawford, man, was them handles was sick.
But do you think any of them were better than
that guy?
Yeah, Jamal was he was nice, huh?
You think any of them was better than Ginobili?
Manu?
I don't think they were.
No.
Manu played the other end of the floor too.
Yeah.
Them dudes wasn't out there to play defense, and that
No, sir.
They were there. There
was liabilities on defense.
Jamal said he go get Stack and be like, "Hey, bro, you go and hold him. I'm going."
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right. Lou And yeah, like you said, man, them guys they came in to shoot the ball, man. But Ginobili, man, he flopped like a fish. But he took a lot. But Ginobili took a lot of what. But see, the thing is, Lou was an iffy starter. Jamal was an iffy starter, but Ginobili was a starter.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude was like the all-time leading scorer in Argentina. Like Ginobili was the dude. Ginobili. Yes, sir, baby. Spurs, baby. Where we at? Where we at, baby? Yes, sir.
At first he had hair, then he started going bald and was still putting up buckets, still blocking shots.
Man, Ginobili was that dude, man. He had that Euro step. He put that Euro step up in that mug. What?
Yep.
Ginobili, he had an ugly left-hand shot, though.
A lefty.
Ugly.
When you said that Euro step, I
play.
closed my eyes. I saw it.
Host, when you say it's ugly, is it like Lonzo Ball level ugly or
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean,
It was just ugly.
Manu just sit the ball on his shoulder before he
Yeah. And he bank it. But the thing about Ginobili, man, he can the way he go up for the layup, he cradles it in his left arm and still get the and one. It was just crazy. 6 man, man. 6 man should be recognized.
You know how many times I yelled at the TV?
GG, you know I'm with it. You know I'm still with my Spurs, baby.
You already got some Hall of Fame.
Spurs.
That's
Spurs.
won that award.
Spurs. And Ginobili's in the Hall of Fame.
Y'all need Manu now, don't you?
Oh God, we need like 3 of them. Can we clone some Manu Ginobili's?
Man.
Jesus Christ. All right, man. But again, man, Lou Williams, 17 years. What a service to the NBA. I enjoyed watching him. He can now sit back on his couch and chill out in retirement and collect. Now to the biggest and most popular news, what's going on in the NBA right now. The Phoenix Suns finalizing deal to add Bradley Beal in a trade with the Wizards. Phoenix reportedly received the 3-time All-Star from Washington in exchange for Chris Paul and Landry Shamet and future picks. The Washington Wizards reportedly are finalizing a deal to trade All-Star guard Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns, according to the multiple reports. Beal agent Mark Barterstein, Priority Sports, confirmed the deal is in the works. The Suns are sending Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and a package of future second-round picks and multi-pick swaps to Washington in exchange. The Wizards are also including Isaiah Todd in the trade as well. But the biggest domino to fall was this. Beal waived his no-trade clause to be sent to the Suns, Bartelstein said Sunday. There's a chance that the trade could eventually include a third team specifically to acquire Paul, but the basic framework is done. And the report deal apparently caught Chris Paul off guard in an interview on Monday episode of Good Morning America in New York. Paul said he found out about the deal while he was traveling to be on the show. He said this, and I quote, "I was surprised too," Paul said with a laugh. "Found out on the plane yesterday flying here. In this league, anything can happen. Just figure out what's next." So, GC, your Phoenix Suns, bro. Your Phoenix Suns.
Great.
Your Phoenix Suns.
I just want to start off. Chris Paul in line. Okay, he had to get that fully guaranteed contract to get traded. So that money hit his account, and he knew what time it was. Okay. But y'all see I got this Durant jersey hanging back here, looking all beautiful. And you will notice it has the number 3, and he's chasing his 3rd chip, and that's what he's going to get. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. Y'all might be wondering how we gonna fill out the rest of our roster. What we gonna do? Don't worry about all that. Sit back and watch. We got
it. He's not winning the chip.
We got this. We got it.
Lion's head off the chain.
About time, Rob.
Let me ask you this, GC. Is this a super team?
Yeah.
Woo!
No,
The hesitation
you
there.
can't call it a super team. Because I can't say no, so I have to say yeah.
Okay. How excited are you?
You go from D Book and Chris Paul and KD. I'm not gonna mention Ayton, but no, Ayton is there. But you got Bradley Beal for like a bag of chips.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Second
he's
round.
only like what 32 ish.
Yeah.
I think
30,
like
30.
he's still this prime basketball still.
Mark.
You already know I'm on it.
Yeah. Who's gonna play
good
defense?
bro.
We have a defensive minded coach. Defense is gonna be there.
GC, you put some years on my man that he ain't earned yet. Brad Beal hasn't even hit 30 yet. He's only 29.
Oh. So it's even better. Even better.
Okay. So GC, of course we all know that you are a huge Kevin Durant fan. How do you feel now? How do you feel now having Bradley Beal come over, a guy that can give you 30 on any night? How do you feel as a Suns fan now?
I love it, but only if they do right by it. So the teams get caught in playing this one-on-one basketball. You come up the court, somebody dribble the clock out for 5 seconds, do it across over and shoot. We need ball movement at the name of the game. I don't want to see D-Book just come up there, dribble, pass it to KD, and KD shoot. I don't want to see him pass it to Bradley Beal just shoot. I need the ball movement. I need everybody moving around the court. That's how you dominate at this game right here.
Shooting that ball.
Stationary basketball don't win.
That's true. The Suns don't have the coach to coach all of them. It's going to be like the early Lakers. Oof. Eesh. With Rudy Tomjanovich. Yeah. GG right.
I said sit back and watch. I said that already.
Ayton there checking himself. Rock.
Ayton was wilding, man. He was pissing me off.
Oh, damn. All right, Philly G, what you think about Bradley Beal joining the Phoenix Suns now?
I think it's a bunch of BS. I wanted Bill. But anyway, I want everybody in Philly. But anyway, get rid of Ayton. That's how I'm feeling about it.
That's the talk.
That's
right
really how I'm feeling about it. Like, you gotta. I want to say super team. Y'all got a good team, but y'all got to get rid of Ayton first.
Whoa.
Okay, Philly G. But for who?
I'm just.
Facts.
That's a good question. Who? I don't know.
You still gonna need a big man.
Draft around the corner.
Nurse.
And but we don't pick in the second round. Which, don't get me wrong, the second round is a good place to be in, considering you traded everything else and kept this pick.
If you still got something to pick from.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Haven't thought about that part yet, but y'all got to get rid of Ayton.
See, like I was seeing a trade where they traded for like Robert Williams and somebody else, and I was like, Robert Williams is good, but he's short.
He's short.
He played big.
He's only like what 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah, but look how he played.
He plays big, but when you talk about having to face
Robert Williams would be perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Him or Nick Claxton, either one.
Fit for that, and anybody's better than Ayton right now.
I'll take Claxton in the heartbeat. Remember, KD was in Brooklyn for that first part of the year.
Yeah, he might be
Claxton
on his way out too.
Was definitely showing out.
The same dude that got swept.
He ain't one his fault.
Same dude that got swept by Sixers, man. Come on, bro. Anyway,
y'all swept. You're not gonna put it on the star of Brooklyn? He ain't even the star.
Who is the star?
Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, but they had just
got Joe Harris before all that. But okay.
No, Joe Harris might as well go be a 6-man.
That's basically all I had to say about it. Look, as far as the move, Bill, that was a good move. As far as getting Bill, but they got to get rid of Ayton figure it out at some point on what you're gonna get or who you're gonna get, whether it's a trade or a draft or something. Y'all
I
got.
don't think they done
something.
yet.
Yeah, but that those three guys, Book, Durant, and Bill together, y'all gonna win a lot of games this upcoming season.
74.
Whoa!
We'll go that far.
I'm joking.
Holy
I'm joking.
shit!
I'm joking.
Whoa!
We're
Knew
going
that was
far.
coming.
He had a
Right.
Wall Street moment there for a second.
Yeah, he did. But I'll say 60 plus. I'll go as far as saying that 60 plus.
They ain't winning 6 games.
I am Kratos.
If Aiton's still there on the street, yeah. But if he's not, 60 plus.
60? So, oh boy. Okay, let's liven this thing up here, because boy. Okay, let's go to the Deuce here. Deuce, my man Deuce. Bradley Beal, All-Star, NBA All-Star, elite player. You know, he proved himself in Washington. Now he's going over to the Western Conference, where things are a little different, a little faster. Now he's playing with a dog, Kevin Durant, one of the greatest of all time. He's not the guy no more. Bradley Beal's not the guy no more. So do you think he's going to adjust now? Because now he's third. He's third on the totem pole. You got Kevin Durant and you got Booker. Now you got Bradley Beal. Do you think that this three can exist on this Phoenix Suns squad?
I don't know. Just because, like you said, Brad Beal has been the guy in Washington for so long, especially with all the injuries for John Wall. I mean, he had a running partner with John Wall for those years, but since those injuries and things like that, it's just kind of been, his show, him, Porzingis, and Russ for that year, just kind of who they bring, just kind of ran with them. But my whole thing is, I just don't know who they're going to defend. I just none of those three guys were known for playing any defense. Like we try to make KD this all-star defender, and he's 7 foot and he does his part in protecting the rim and all that. But I don't know how this works, man. I hate to say it might be a repeat of what happened in Brooklyn. The only difference is these guys won't. I don't think they'll get hurt. You know what I mean? The Book and Bradley Beal aren't known for being injury prone or anything like that.
Very true. Very true.
Like how Kyrie and Harden were while they were. I just don't know if they put all the pieces there. I like Frank Vogel as a coach. I just don't know if this is his style of basketball. I've seen him, have big men most of the time, and Ayton ain't that guy, but. It's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out, but I just don't know how it works. I don't know.
Yeah, this is like a unsolved mystery. Like this is something new because Bradley Beal has been hostage of the Washington Wizards for so long. Like we gotta see how this guy play against a mega star like Kevin Durant. So,
Holmes, don't forget in the early years of Bill's career, he was the second option to John Wall, and his numbers worked better when he wasn't the primary option.
Yeah, but John Wall ain't a dog. Now, he's playing to get two killers. Booker's a killer. Like you got two killers now. So I wonder how this is gonna happen. After again, like Dude said, after when John Wall left, Bill was the guy. He's been the guy for years.
Yeah.
And I mean, but now you ain't the guy no more. So how is this gonna play out?
Yeah. But at the same time, two hosts with him, waiving his no trade clause kind of makes me think, obviously he wanted to go. So if you're going to be the third option, you should kind of have that before you make that decision to go over there. So I would assume he kind of has that in mind that he's going to be a third. Now, how that looks when there's 3-4 seconds on the clock and he's got 28 and KD's got 28, and they looking at each other who's gonna take the last shot. Now we'll see how that works.
Right.
But I mean, and then Book might have 25 one night or something like that.
True.
Just trying to figure out who's gonna take the last shot. And KD's hasn't been that guy to to always demand it. You know what I mean? Like he'll not say nothing and get mad when he don't get it, and then and then Book the type of dude that he gonna take the ball. He gonna
take the ball. Absolutely.
Don't forget, KD passed it up to give it to Book.
Yeah, he not looking. He not looking to pass that.
Go ahead.
KD not gonna run hard on that screen. He's not gonna run hard on that screen.
He ain't looking to pass that ball. So if you don't want Book to have it, don't pass it that way because it's gonna die in his hands. And I respect that. You know, and we're gonna see how Brad Beal, acts in those situations. We've never seen him be a prima donna or anything like that. So I'm not insinuating he gonna,
But I mean, for me,
moan or anything like that. But you never know.
I look at it as that's 3 players where I don't care who has the last shot. I'm fine with whoever takes it in a sense.
As long as it go in, right, bro?
Yeah, as long as the result, like I could live and die with any result. As long as one of them 3 got it.
You got 3 good options. You really got 3 good options.
No, if one of them passes to 8 or something, then I have a reason to be mad.
He gonna shoot a free throw line jumper with nobody.
Hey, you got a nice
nobody there. He's gonna hit.
It's gonna fall short.
That's what's wrong with it.
He's gonna at least hit rim.
God damn.
It's gonna fall shorter than rim.
Paul used to dunk on people.
Oh man.
True. Streets.
Yes.
What do you think about this trade, brother?
Man,
True to the game. What up, boy?
When I think of this team, it don't strike me as a defensive ball club. When I look at these players, first of all, I think they lost their floor general. You know what I mean? So, that'll be taking back that aspect. I don't know who they point going to be. I look at 3 score first players here. I don't see a PJ Tucker or Ben Wallace or anybody that's gonna go down there and dive on the ball and get dirty with it. You know what I mean? I think they're missing that. I really do, man. I don't think Aiden is enough of a dog to bring the balance to the offense that they need. They need somebody that's gonna be double figure rebounder, offensive rebounder. They need somebody like that. And I don't know if Aiden that dude, man. I really don't, man. I don't like the line. I don't like the mixture. I don't like the balance. Then I look at the bench. And I just don't see nobody on the bench. They got the big white boy that get in there and bang and play hard. He actually plays harder to me than Aiden does. You know what I mean? And then the other thing, host, it like they just to me they swapped out Chris Paul, a player that has hamstring injuries over his history, for Bradley Beal, another player that's had some hamstring injuries throughout his career. I was looking at his injury report. He only played 50 games last year. He missed 32 games. Knee injury, foot injury, hamstring. So I don't know if those are the players you want dealing with, KD. He has his injury history. Book,
he does.
Have bad hamstrings too.
Yes, he does too.
Creep up and catch him, off guard sometime. So it's going to be plenty of scoring. I don't know where the defense is going to come from because none of these players, other than KD has been known to play, good defense, has been, showstoppers on the defensive end of the ball. They really haven't been. They've been known to be scorers, I don't
Street, do one of those. Do you if you was the coach, would you have either Book or Beal run point guard since Chris Paul is gone?
I don't know if it comes. I've seen him Book do it before. I've seen Book run the point, but to me that sort of takes away from it because I think he's a score first type of person, a shoot first type of point guard. And with these guys, I think you're gonna need somebody to distribute the ball. It's a lot of shoot first players here. Durant, of course, Beal, and then you got Book. So these players, I just think they need a point guard. I don't see Cameron Payne as being that guy. Just really streaky to me. I don't see him as a floor general. I just think they need somebody to bring balance to the offense. Right now, I think they're definitely top heavy and score first. But I think you need those players, man. You need those Aaron Gordons, those KCPs. You need those type of players.
Yes.
To really round out your roster, man. I just can't see. They basically got 4 number 1 draft picks on their roster. You know what I mean? I just think I don't see it. I don't see the balance that I like to see. I think Denver will pick them apart. I really do. I think they came up against Denver. I think Denver will pick them apart again. So I think they need some work done. Maybe at the trading deadline, they can make some moves and round out their roster a little bit better. But they need some bench players and they need some defenders, man. They need some, like you say, some dogs.
Yeah, they should have never got rid of Cam Johnson. They should have never got rid of Cam Johnson.
Yeah, I like the Cam or Mikal Bridges. I like Mikal. I'd rather have Mikal Bridges.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You better off with him
over Bradley Beal. You know what I mean? A younger player can score the ball. I'd rather have him right now than Bradley Beal. You know, I think Bradley Beal's a good player, but I think he's getting a little long in the tooth, and I think the injuries are starting to catch up with him later in his career. He's starting to get injured more and more.
I see him with the Hawks or somebody, but go ahead, Philly G.
What I was gonna say is I agree with Street on that one about the Denver comment. You saw what they did to him in the what was it? The conference finals,
semifinals.
It's gonna happen again, and it's
facts.
Gonna be
GG
and
preach GG.
But Ayton is an issue, man. So it's like
it seems like he's the common denominator up in this joint. So I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
Vogel, you worked on and to play hard for him though.
Yeah. Vogel is vocal. Yes, yeah. So he can make some mountains move now. Yeah. Young Mark.
All right. Yes, sir. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to get
I know.
This,
I see you had the bib all night before ready. You ready?
So I'm gonna break this down for you, Jose. I got two perspectives on this trade. I'm gonna start with the good and speak on the positive first. Okay. Looking at it from Phoenix's side, I think it's a good trade for him. I think, despite what Wall Street says, I agree with the point that he made about Bradley Beal's injury history. But truth be told, man, let's be real. It's a Real Sports Podcast. Would you rather have somebody that can play 60 to 70% of the season versus somebody who literally felt like he was hurt from week one, even all the way through the playoffs, and Chris Paul? I think it's an upgrade for Phoenix in the sense that they got somebody who's young, still in the prime of his career. Like you said, he may be a little bit long in the tooth, but at least he shows up more often than not. I mean, between 50 and 70% of the season ain't bad, especially with the way that a lot of guys don't even play a third of the season these days. So I'll take that over Chris Paul being much older and much more injury prone at this point in his career. So I think that's a huge upgrade for them. And the common point that everybody kept making, both on the panel and in the live chat, is where is Phoenix going to get their defense from? Well, another NBA news story kind of broke on Sunday, and it got overshadowed by the Bradley Beal story. So I just want to bring it to y'all's attention. Draymond Green opted out of his player option with the Golden State Warriors. So Draymond Green is a free agent. I don't know what Phoenix's cap situation is looking like. But I don't see why you wouldn't, go holler at Draymond. You bring in that gritty veteran who's gonna do all the dirty work you need him to do and bring that fire and that energy to that team. So that kind of solves the defensive problem on one hand. Number two,
him and KD still get along. Remember he called KD old. Call him out.
I mean, if KD and Russ can squash the beat, then I don't see why Draymond and KD can't do it either.
Big, huge, gigantic facts, Mark.
Are they going to pay Draymond what he's searching for? Because I think
because he's searching for more.
I think the reason he opted out was it bettered him financially. It was better for him to opt out, go out there and see who would pay him what, and see if the Warriors are matching. Because I truly don't believe he wants to leave Golden State.
I don't think so either.
So are they going to pay him that big price tag when you already got to pay Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal? Who all guys are under contract for the next few years.
I agree. And the cap space is a little bit tricky, but I'm saying if they can somehow work it out, we've seen NBA GMs work miracles with that cap. If they can work it out, make Draymond a comparable offer, and pull him away from Golden State, that instantly boosts their team tremendously. And also running back the point that I made previously on Sports to Talk About, I agree. I think DeAndre Ayton got to go because I just don't see that motor and that fire in him to be a true center in the NBA. So Thursday night at the draft, man, I'm looking at that 10th pick with Dallas. I'm looking at number 8 with Washington or number 7 with Indiana, and seeing which one of those teams want to work with me to get DeAndre Ayton up out of there. And you can get to a top 10 pick out of that deal. That's a steal. You can go ahead and draft his replacement or draft somebody else to play defense for you that you can actually afford to sign if you can't get Draymond Green. So I'm looking at Draymond and free agency and moving DeAndre Ayton in the draft to kind of rebuild that defensive wall that you're going to need in Phoenix. To get to the bad part of it, I'm looking at Washington, and I think Washington fumbled the bag tremendously in this trade. You have a 29-year-old superstar who you felt was worthy enough of a max contract, and you trade him for a player that's old as the civil rights movement and a bunch of second-round picks. Like, come on, down. Like, I feel like Bradley Beal could have definitely fetched him at least one first-round pick, if not two. Because, again, the dude's a perennial all-star. He's a walking bucket. I feel like there are a lot of teams out there that would have been willing to give them a one at least for him.
The Hawks.
I'm surprised that Phoenix was able to get him over Miami, because I heard Miami was going after Bradley Beal pretty hard. So if Phoenix was able to outbid Miami, that's kind of surprising. But yeah, from Washington's perspective, I'm surprised you didn't get a single first-round pick for Bradley Beal. And then also you have a lot of big-name free agents who are coming up whose contracts are about to expire. What kind of message are you sending to them in hopes of retaining them? Like, Kyle Kuzma and Porzingis played pretty well for y'all last year. Like, Kuzma was almost an all-star. So you just got rid of the best player on the team. Are y'all trying to rebuild? Like, do I need to start looking elsewhere? Like, what's going on? So I don't know what kind of message they're sending there. But hey, like the old saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So you already know Porzingis and Kuzma. Y'all want to win some basketball games, y'all know who to call.
Kuz just declined his player option.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they were saying Kuz is looking into Phoenix itself.
Yeah,
because he's tight with everybody.
Okay.
I mean, also play with Bill. That's chemistry there too.
They ain't gonna be able to sign him. They gonna be able to pay all these players. They got to get some bottom feeder players, man. To round out this roster, because they can't afford to pay nobody else.
But Street, look at what
Bradley paid and KD paid, man.
Yeah.
Street, what I would say to you on that.
Book max contract, Ayton max contract, and Bill contract gonna be big as hell too. So, they can afford to have 4 max contracts on their roster.
What I would say to you is this, Street. The Lakers kind of proved last year you don't have to have the biggest names in your team making the most money for them to contribute significantly to your team and help you make a deep run in the playoffs. So they can take a page out of the Lakers' book and kind of entice players to come play for them. Yeah, we might not be able to offer you as much money as you like, but look at the stars you're getting to play with. I mean, I ain't trying to tell you to ride somebody's coattails to a championship, but I mean, everybody else stuck in traffic, and there's the express lane right there. You know what I mean? So that could be one pitching point for him.
It ain't riding coattails if you contribute.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
You know, not everybody's gonna be a Ben Simmons. I understand that. So, you know, I feel you.
You would feel that way, huh, KD fan? You would.
He led them.
Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this, and I got because the common denominator on all you guys said was DeAndre Ayton don't belong, right? So I in my mind when y'all said that, my wheels was turning, and three guys with the minimum amount of price they can get. What y'all real quickly, what y'all think about this? I think maybe they can go out and get Mitchell Robinson from the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson. They can go get Miles Turner from the Pacers, or you can reach in the bag for the cheap and go get somebody like a Hassan Whiteside.
No,
I'm staying away from Whiteside, but I do like the Mitchell Robinson one.
I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Only White. Yeah.
The only part I disagree with you on with Indiana specifically, when they were renegotiating with DeAndre Ayton last offseason, Indiana was one of the places that wanted him and that DeAndre Ayton wanted to go to as well. So if you're gonna mention Indiana and trying to get rid of DeAndre Ayton, I'm not trying to pick up a free agent off the street with them. If y'all still want DeAndre Ayton like y'all wanted him last year,
Give me
let's
Miles
make this trade for the 7th overall pick in this draft. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
give me
I'm trying to get some value back if I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Hey, I think another person they should try to go get is Naj Reid too.
Woo, yes.
Big,
Naj Reid. Okay.
big,
I'm with
big
you.
6'10", 6'11" guy. Can stretch the floor, protect the rim. And he's gonna demand a nice little price tag coming out of free agency too.
Here's another guy they should go get. Somebody that's on the bench. Go get Bobby Portis from the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap. Because you're trying to play, you're trying to be cheap, but you're also trying to be contenders.
You'll be cheap, but you'll also get a player that's got that dog in them.
They need somebody that just don't want to do nothing but rebound. That's all they want to do: rebound and block shots. They need somebody.
But that era's gone, Street. That era's gone, Street.
Yeah, but I don't think they need another scorer, man. They got 4 of them already. Well, if you count Ayton, he can score a little bit, but at least right there, damn, they're 90 points and 70 points between the 3 of them boys. Book, KD, and Bill. That's damn near 70 points a night.
Okay, so then did you go get
I need me a glue guy. I need a guy that's
Mark mentioned
okay,
Draymond
okay,
Green.
this is my last one. This is my last one. How about Clint Capella?
I would like him for what we need. I would like him more than I like Ayton. If Ayton could play like Capella, block some shots, roll to the basket strong, run the goddamn flow.
There it is.
Ayton got all the measurables, but he just don't got the motor.
That's another thing, man. You replacing a center too.
Yeah, that's it.
Some of those other guys we name it are power forward.
Power forward, stretch forward.
Play with another center on the floor, So
back straight.
Right.
I want to be a shot blocker. I like Miles Turner in there. Miles Turner, he'll block shots. I think he's better than Ayton.
Good, GC.
So Street, I got a question for you. Would you consider trying to bring in like Porzingis or Nikolai Vucevic? I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
Stay away from Porzingis, man. He just stay too hurt, too frail for me, man. Just stay too hurt.
He's a unicorn.
I wanted him in Charlotte, but I don't know. Hey, but or Brook Lopez is a free agent. You could go after him.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
That would be nice.
Go get Brook.
He shoot too much though.
That's
shoot
it,
too much.
But he'll play
they won't need him to shoot as much.
Yeah, it is defense. It is defense.
You get him to just play defense and rebound instead of shooting. He should be fine.
Okay, so now you bringing in somebody like the Golden State Warriors did, because everybody's going to shoot. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's a great idea. But Brook Lopez is going to turn to the Celtics. Al Horford, he's shooting threes now. So I mean, it's the wave of the future now. So I think Brook Lopez would be perfect.
Plus, you gotta defend Jokic too. I think that's another big thing.
He's a body.
Need somebody.
You have to think about guarding Nikola Jokic.
Somebody, bro.
Yeah, but even if you can't guard
PJ Tucker,
even if you can't guard Joker, the Suns proved it last year in their series. If you can outscore them, you can beat them. The Phoenix won their 2 games in that series because they were able to outscore Denver. So I mean, they got the firepower to put up a lot of points. So. Just like with that team with a good barbecue on football, if you can't beat them on defense and try to build an offense that can outscore them.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
No, you ain't wrong at all. No, you ain't wrong at all, man.
Or to match them with like the Bills, but
yeah. I'm ready to see what this Phoenix team is going to be about, man.
Yeah.
Every move got to be countered. Yeah. Phoenix can go for Wiseman. No, I don't see that, bro. Too fragile. No, I can't see that, bro.
He's in the good.
I was gonna say Detroit do got a boatload of centers, so I mean,
they got a whole bunch of them, bro. They got a whole bunch of them.
They'll probably
I said Mitchell Robinson though. Mitchell Robinson would be nice with them, bro.
I like that one too, because Mitch do what he got to do, and
exactly.
He can shoot a little bit too.
Yeah, he remind me of a young Amari Stoudemire.
Yes,
I ain't go that far.
No, not scoring. Not scoring.
Oh, okay.
Not scoring like no.
He was talking about defense.
Yeah. Amari Stoudemire was a beast.
I was about to say that.
If Phoenix need a center that they can get for cheap, that can still contribute pretty well to the team. I mean, Phoenix, bro, what y'all want for PJ Washington, man? I mean, let's talk. Like, come on, now.
There you go.
I like
hey, young healthy player that don't miss games.
I mean,
I like PJ.
I actually agree
PJ
with
block
Mark.
shots. So I mean, what's up, Phoenix?
Mark host, like
let's talk.
I wouldn't be against that if I was the Suns fan. Take PJ Washington.
See, GC like it.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, GC's
I ain't always a used car salesman out here in the streets.
GC, Mitchell played ball at Chalmette.
You know what, Mark? That's the first time.
He played where, dudes?
At Chalmette High School.
I'm really looking at that. If
it's down there, yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. Anybody but Ayton though.
Not far from GC.
Seriously.
Damn, nobody likes DeAndre Ayton, man. It's
no,
sad.
just don't.
You can't be a center and be SAWFT. You just can't do it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And you can't disappear. You know.
Hey, can I shoot one more? Can I shoot one more at y'all?
Sure.
Dre Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
No, too old.
I don't know, bro.
I think his last
still rebound machine.
Yeah,
not being biased here, but the last time that he was like really good was when he was with us, and then that trade happened where he went to Brooklyn. That went down south. So no, he needs somebody that's gonna go out there. Not him.
Hey, it was a shot, but we'll see what Phoenix. We'll see what Phoenix can do in October. I'm intrigued, but what I really want to see is where does Chris Paul go from here? And I hope he don't retire. I really hope that he go to somebody that's he can ball out.
I keep hearing the Clippers.
Why not?
ESPN keeps saying the Clippers, but
why not? Why not?
If I'm Chris Paul, I want to do that because I mean, you talk if you go to the Clippers, that's gonna be the all injury team because Paul George don't play like that, Kawhi don't play like that, and you adding an injury prone Chris Paul. I don't know.
I think that will open up, man. Paul George. I think that'll do good for Paul George, man. But like you said, Mark, I agree. Those guys got to get better in their health. I mean, injury's gonna come. I mean, something that we just can't help. But man, when you a superstar and people are paying season tickets just to see you play, pretty much, you need to be out there. And Paul George has fell off for the past 3 years. He has fell off completely.
He fell off when Dame hit that shot on him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got to get better with that.
They sent OKC home.
Yeah. Damn. We tried to build Phoenix, but again, man, we're ready to see what Phoenix is doing in next season. I think what they're trying to do is, try to compete. The Denver Nuggets has set the bar now, so now everybody want to start to come over to the West Coast and try to beat Denver, which is good. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right, man. That's all the NBA talk. That's all the NBA talk, man. That is all the NBA talk, man. That is our show for today. As always, man, we want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Sports to Talk About. Please remember to give us a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up, man. If you have a topic for the podcast panel, if you anything you want these guys to talk about anything, all you have to do is go to the website at real2sports.com. Real2sports.com, man. Or you can be in the live chat and say, hey, host, I want the guys to talk about XYZ, this and that. However you want to do it. You can be the host for the day.
Wait, so host, you mean to tell me if I get my old buddies from Oklahoma State to flood the live chat and request for us to talk about the Cowboys, we can do it?
Dallas Cowboys.
No.
That's all right.
Yeah, we were talking about the Crimson Tide, you know what I mean?
That's a little biased. That's hella.
It was worth the shot. Hey
man, you be shooting from downtown. You be missing, but you be shooting. All right, man. Yeah, that's our show, man. It's good to have him back, man. It's good to have him back. Streets, what you got for Streets?
Hey man, I appreciate these people checking us out. hit that like, subscribe button, and check us out on Saturday. Talk some
Yes,
more
sir.
sports.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad he said that, man. Also, man, it's good to have Streets back. Good to have them Streets back up in the building. And you heard what Streets said, man, Saturday. So come on back this Saturday, man. We have more NFL and NBA news for you. So come on back, man. Saturday, 1:30 p.m. And again, man, shout out to Q-Dog. Shout out to Q-Dog. Q-Dog became undisputed champion for the third time last Saturday, man. He would not be on the show. He got to run out of town. I don't know. It might be a little iffy. We don't know. We're trying to weigh things out. Q-Dog might be there. He might be not. So we will see, man. If not, he will definitely be on the show next week. So we will have some trivia next week for sure, man. Again, man, it's good to see Streets is back. Streets is back. My fishing partner is back, baby. When we get out there on Sunday and do a little something. No doubt. Philly G. It's good to see Philly G, man. Good to see Philly G. You know, Philly G pops his head in, he pops his head out, but nevertheless, old turtle. But Philly
be
G
here and then
man.
disappear for like 2 weeks. Come back.
That's all right.
He's Brock Lesnar of the Real Sports Podcast.
Exactly. Part-timer. It's also good to see Philly G. It's also good to see, of course,
My birthday
the
twin,
Deuce.
boy.
Also good to see the Deuce. It's good to be the Deuce, the HBCU expert. And also, man, always the Lou Gehrig of the Real Sports Podcast, Mr. President himself. All right, man, we're going to make some moves and get on out of here because we got to go to work in the morning. No doubt. We got the Deuce. Oh, that's the 504 hit?
That's for my boy GC, man. He couldn't log off. That was for GC.
Yeah, man, for you, GC. Philly G.
Y'all already know what it
Yes,
is.
sir. Yes, sir. Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
And my man, Streets.
I'm a Cowboy fan.
Yes, sir. Streets, man. All right, again, man, Saturday, man. Saturday, 1:30 is the start time. Hit that bell for all notifications. It will let you know when we go live. Until then, everybody be safe and stay safe. We out.